Brian Armstrong TV. Just about to give my little 2 cents on the gender war, man. There's been a lot of back and forth about what a man should do, what a woman should do. Um, how men ain't what they used to be back in the day, how women ain't what they used to be back in the day. And both parties are right. Neither man or woman is what they used or what they used to be. Because neither man or woman, when we're talking about the American Negro, was most of us weren't trained to be what our people was back in the day. When you talk about men, you had a lot of fatherless homes, therefore the skills weren't passed down. Then you got a lot of mixed homes where the father ain't the father of all the children, and it just a lot of things don't get done with you know. Um, so no, the man ain't what he used to be. It's something that's called training. You have to be trained to be that. Those men came up trained, knowing those things, showing those things, taught those values. It's not what That's not what happened in the last 30, 40 years. That wasn't the case. You have a lot of training um, in the household or outside of it. If you really study the way things went, everything was about you know not being a fool to a woman. So if you're too busy trying to not be a fool to a woman, how can you train a child or train a man? Or trying to play a woman or be a pimp or be a player, whatever. Um, a woman, all women were not taught to serve a man. They were taught to compete with a man and don't trust a man because he'll break your heart, he'll misuse you, and be 2 steps ahead of him. So how could these little girls that became our women be taught to be what a man need from a woman when her whole life all she heard was a man ain't nothing and don't trust him? So, if you're wondering why, y'all having all these debates and arguments about that, then there it is. It's real simple. No, it's no different from what we're looking at now. It was just a little more subtle. It wasn't so widespread. It was happening like in the home, and it wasn't happening in the public on a public display for everybody to see like it is now. The separation and the lack of training. It's just put on public display now. That's the only difference, and it's more widespread. Um, but worse than that, you don't need to be arguing about what a man and a woman is, because while you arguing about what a man and a woman is, there's all kind of machines being brought in. The Rose vibrator, the Magic Wand, then you got AI technology and robots and all this being brought in to replace you. While you arguing about what a man and a woman is, there's a whole new species or creation being brought into society to replace you while you confused about what you should or should not be doing. I try to go a little more into detail about this. I'm gonna make this part one because this is just an overview, just to think like maybe you shouldn't be fighting about what a man and a woman is and what a man and a woman role is, and you so busy fighting about that and battling about that you can't see that you man, and especially black folks, we can't see that we behind in everything, and we got the nerve to be arguing about what a man and a woman is. We got time to be having them kind of arguments. It's really ridiculous. We think we got all the time in the world and we ain't got none. Brian Armstrong TV.